Exactly.
This was supposed to just go smooth.
It's definitely been a learning curve during all this.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, so we got
Yes.
Ron.
All right. All right. So we will discuss today why you need to use LinkedIn and learn how to make your profile stand out. We'll work on that and detailed plan to increase your sales using LinkedIn search tools and stuff and some action step for you. If any of you want, slides for this webinar, you can contact me and my email address is there. We already talked about this. So we do SEO, we do website development, and we also help with social media marketing and email marketing. All right. So I know you all love to do cold call as much as I do, but it doesn't work, right? So because B2B buyer has changed and digital selling is transforming the process of selling, and today's buyer is aware of their options. Before today's customer ever approach a sales team, they have likely Googled about what they need, they have read hundreds of reviews, and they have even asked their friends on Facebook. So sales teams now need to handle themselves very differently from even 5 years ago. And next few years are going to be turbulent in sales. And then you need to, old way of selling is not going to be enough. And there are many tools available for salespeople, from social selling to CRM. But today we will focus on LinkedIn as one of the social selling tools. Let's take a look at the buyer's journey. So here you can see in the left-hand side, that is the start of the buyer's journey. And buyers, this is where the buyer realizes that he may have a problem and they start performing research indicated in gray. And in the middle is where the buyer first contacts the seller. This is where the buyer reaches out to a vendor and says, hey, I'm working on this problem. I stumbled across your name. You may be able to help me. So today's buyers are 69% of their journey before they even contact the salesperson. So on the right-hand side is the final part of the buyer's journey. And many sales teams are working with the buyers for only 31% of their journey. And that is not a lot of time to influence the buyer. So salespeople have two choices. The choice number one is fight with everyone else for the business. And choice number two, get into the game early so that you can target the first 69% of the buyer's journey. So how do you change your sales strategy to target the first 69% of the buyer's journey? And the most efficient way is through social selling via LinkedIn. And social selling is a modern sales techniques that enable sales team to identify prospects, nurture them, and generate pipeline via social media. Social media, including LinkedIn, is the number one source of opportunities generated by sales representatives. And furthermore, social selling has the highest lead to conversion rate of all prospecting methodologies. So let's start by looking at your social selling index. So LinkedIn is measuring your social selling efforts. I'm not sure how many of you have looked at your social selling index, but social selling index measures how effective you are in these 4 areas. How effective you are in establishing your professional brand, and how to find the right people, engage with the insights, and build relationships. And each of these areas you get score, and then there are areas to improve. So it also tells you where you stand as compared to people in your industry and also people in your network. So let me show you how you can find your own social selling index. I will go on to my computer. So you will go in Google. And all the steps which I will share with you today, the main idea is to increase your social selling index and also make more connections. So you will go in Google and enter social selling index, and you will come to this screen and you will say, get your score for free. And if you are logged into your LinkedIn, it will give you your score right away. So here you can see this is my score and yours could be different. It changes every day based on how you are interacting and how you are doing all these four areas. So they are measuring you. So it's a good start to see where you stand. And once you start doing your efforts and also apply some of the strategy we'll discuss, this score is definitely going to improve. All right, so we go back to the presentation. All right. So these are just the screenshot of whatever I showed. So here you can see the social selling leaders create 45% more opportunity than peers with lower social selling index. And social selling leaders are 51% more likely to reach their quota, and 78% of the social sellers outsell peers who don't use social media. So social selling is taking out the pitching component of the sales, and you are able to create conversation about your product and services, and which organically can produce sales conversations. So here are 5 easy steps to use LinkedIn as social selling tool. And we will go in little bit detail as we go further along this presentation. So the number 1 is identify prospects. You need to look for a target company, then you can determine which decision makers to focus on. And you need to define your target persona, who your target audiences are, and I will show you in a few minutes how to develop that target persona for your company. And based on that step, you will update your profile. And next, you will find them on LinkedIn. And if you already know somebody who is connected to them, you can ask for a warm introduction from them instead of sending a cold connection request. And before speaking directly with them, you should observe the prospect behavior. What does your prospect post? What topics interest them? And how does your prospect interact with other people? And next, you will want to look for an opportunities to engage with a prospect. Did the prospect post about something in your industry? You can make a comment on that and share it. And did you find a cool article which your prospect might find useful? You can share it with your prospect. So those are prime opportunities to stay top of mind with potential customers. So position yourself as a subject matter expert by sharing relevant content, commenting on news, and building your professional brand. And finally, after you have interacted with the prospect a bit, you can introduce your company, what you do, and how you might be able to help them. We see that a lot of people are just sending random LinkedIn requests, and as soon as you accept them, you start to see the sales messages coming from them. It's very important that you are strategic about it, and if not done properly, it can also damage your reputation and your brand. So let's go over some of these steps in a little bit detail. So how do you identify your prospect? Here is an example of the persona exercise. And this is for my business. I created this persona, and you need to do this exercise for your business and answer these questions for your business. So first you need to know, how do they find you? What are their pain points? And what do they want to know? So you can create the relevant content which resonate with your prospects. And why would they buy from you as compared to other companies? And what kind of solution you are providing to their problems? So here you can see, for us, they find us on Google search, referral, or social media. And their pain points are that their website is not coming on the first page of Google, and they don't want to lose business to competition. And we are able to help them by building them a mobile-friendly, responsive website, by doing the keyword research and optimizing their website so their rankings are improved in Google. So developing a strategy for finding the right people on LinkedIn, it will help you focus your time more effectively. So by completing this following information, you will end up with a focused plan to grow your business. So it's very important that you do this exercise for your business. Next, you need to build your personal brand and your profile. And here are some of the very important features which I want to mention, that you need to have a professional headshot. Professional headshot generate more profile views and drive higher overall engagement. So include a photo which is real and more recent. And also LinkedIn give you a custom background cover photo. So you can upload a marketing piece for your brand, and you need to have a professional headline, summary, recommendations, and call to actions. And let's go over some of these things in a little bit more detail. So here you can see that this is the profile picture on the top. And then this is my headline. Your headline should be focused on your prospect. What keywords your buyers are putting in Google to find you. So create a catchy headline to capture people's attention. So be creative about this. Describe what you do and how you can help your people. Instead of just putting your that you are CEO or president of certain company or business owner, it's very important that you put headline keeping in mind your buyer's persona. Try to use those keywords and phrases here. And then here is on the right hand, you see the summary. And summary is the most overlooked section on the LinkedIn. And you should just, it should be client focused. It should be bullet points, so it's easy for people to read it. Make sure that you have headings and subheadings, and make sure you include call to action. Sometimes you go to the profiles and they don't have any information, any way to contact them. So you're missing on that opportunity if you have not put your contact information there. So it's very important that you add your summary. And let me go back to my computer and show you how you can do that. All right. So if you go to me icon, view profile. So this is your heading. And then here is a section to put all your services, what services you provide here, and your location. And here is your summary, which I was talking about. A lot of people are not utilizing this space. So it should be, you should put all the keywords, try to put all the keywords that highlight your best skills to improve your visibility in LinkedIn. And it can also help you being found in Google, because LinkedIn, it's a higher chance that your LinkedIn profile being found on Google, right? So if you have added it the right way and put in all the keywords and relevant skills, you will be found in Google, because LinkedIn is a very high authority website. And if done right, you could be found. If people add your name in Google, your LinkedIn profile will be the first one to appear. So take advantage of that. You can also put your featured articles you have written, the blogs, or any news about your company. It's very important that you put your experience. It should highlight what you have done for your customers and what are the results they got from your service. So try to add in experience, education, and any other licenses or certifications. So make sure you fill that in, your volunteer experience. And here you can add your top skills. What do you specialize in? And then people can endorse you for these skills. And you can also endorse other people for their skills. And it's a very important area. So make sure that you put all your important skills first, order them, and you can put as many as you want in here. And then it's very important to get recommendations from your customers, your clients, your colleagues. That's a great way to show your expertise and how people have benefited from your services. You can ask for recommendations from here, from your colleagues and from your clients. And you also need to give the recommendations. So when you're doing all these things, LinkedIn is measuring your activity, not only receiving, but you're giving, and you get your scores high, social selling index higher. So make sure you're doing all these and your accomplishment. So that was about the profile. And there is a contact information section here. And I often see that people don't put all the information in this area. You can put your website, your social media profiles, your phone number, if you want to give your phone number, and email. All right, so now we have worked on the profile. I just wanted to go back to my presentation here. It's just like I put an example of the profile which doesn't have a contact information and they are missing out. And here is an example of, as you can see, there is no profile picture, no cover picture, no heading. So, and on the right-hand side, you can see it's a professional looking profile. That's how your profile should look like. Another example, if you see this picture, it's more appropriate for social media on Facebook, not for LinkedIn. So make sure that professional headshot is really important. So after you have worked on your profile based on your target audience, the next step is you need to find them on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has two methods. One is the basic search feature, which we all have because we all have free LinkedIn profile, but they also have a paid LinkedIn account. It's a feature which is Sales Navigator, but it's important to understand the basic first, but I'll show you the paid version also. It does give us a lot of other features which are not possible in basic search, and you can decide like how much time you're willing to spend per day on LinkedIn and whether it's worth your time and effort to invest in that paid tool. But it is good because I'm using it, so I know that it's very good. So here on LinkedIn basic search, you can search people by their name, and you can search companies with their name, and then you can see all the employees of that companies, and you can start to make connection and then sending connection request. A lot of people don't know what to say when they are sending the connection request. So I will go over some of the message scripts which we have, and you might be able to use it, just modifying it according to your needs. So let me go on the computer and show you the basic search feature. All right. So when you are in the search, in the basic search, let's say I already put in the search like accountants. I'm looking for people, accountants, and I'm looking in Greater Phoenix area. You can select any area you want here and apply that. So once I did that, I got the list of all the accountants and, in the Phoenix area. So you can connect with them. And it's very important that when you are connecting with them, don't just use the standard LinkedIn message. You need to personalize it. Give them a reason. Why do you want to connect with them? So it's important that you add a note before you send a connection request. And you can also, let's say I clear and we go to all filters. And if you know any, let's say this is the company I already opened. I want to know who works in that company, who is the owner of this company, let's say. So you will go in this search and you will put in preventive pest control. So when I was discussing your personal profile, I forgot to mention that you need to create your business profile also. Just like Facebook, you have a personal profile and you have a business profile, and LinkedIn also give you the ability to create a business profile for your company. It doesn't matter if you are the only one employee or you have several employees. It's good to have. If you don't have the company profile, it won't appear in this search when I'm searching. So this company has the profile, and I will also put that I'm looking in Arizona because they might have different locations. So when I say apply, I see that one person came. It's possible that a lot of people in this company don't have a LinkedIn profile, but that's how you will find who is owner, or who do you want to connect with. So if you see this basic search, it is very limited and it doesn't give you the ability to save your searches. And let's see if we go to the paid search. So if I have a paid account, it will appear on the top right-hand side here. And I click on it. So this is my Sales Navigator feed. So it's different, as you can see from the basic search. And in this one, it gives me ability to search the company by their size. So there are lead filters and there are account filters. Lead means the people you want to connect with, and account filters means companies you want to follow. And here you can see, you can search them by company, how many employees, okay, annual revenue. Let's say we want to find companies with 1 to 5 million. We add this. We want to find it in Phoenix. And you can also add some industry if you want. So it's giving me 173 results in Phoenix with companies in construction, which has revenue of 1 million to 5 million. And companies headcount also, you can see that, like here, you can say, I want employees from 11 to 50, or then as you can see, my results are narrowing down now. So if you 51 to 200, 1000 to 500. So as you can see, it has much more features than the basic search. And also after, let's say I lost my search, but I want to do it again because I want to show you how to save the searches. So let's say, so it gave me all the results here. So I have the option to save this search. So when I say save search, it's letting me create a list, and I can tell LinkedIn that I want to, update this list. Like as the more companies are added to the list, LinkedIn will send me an email that you have more companies in your list. So let's say I call this construction companies. And I say that I want to do monthly and then save search. And all your saved searches will appear here. As you can see, here's my saved searches here. So this Sales Navigator paid tool gives you a lot more advanced filters and ability to save your searches. So it helps you work more effectively. It helps you save time. You can save your searches and come back later to connect with them or whatever you want to do. And then also you can create your list. After you have saved that particular person, you can save your list with different tags, like this is an opportunity for me and I want to connect with them. So it helps you manage your day more effectively. All right, so let's go to my PowerPoint. And Sales Navigator tool, you can sign up free for 30 days. And actually in 30 days, you can experiment with it and you can get up to 100 to 200 connections. So you can see for yourself if it's worth your time and effort to invest in this tool for your business. So here, when you're sending the connection request, it's very important that you tell that person why you want to connect with them. So what I do is usually when it's first time I'm connecting, I will just say I'm building my network with like-minded people in the marketing industry, or it could be local business owners in my area. So you can, modify this, what you want to say, and just 2 lines. I would appreciate you connecting with me on LinkedIn. And once they accept your request, you send them a thank you note the next day. You say, thank you for connecting with me, because you want to start conversation by being polite and not being like salesy and pushy on your products and services. Because LinkedIn is all about building relationships initially. And then as you, know that person, they will be more willing to talk to you about your services. And sometimes you're getting requests from other people. So when you are accepting the invite, use this opportunity to find out more about them and ask them how you can help them. So you can address them. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your network. If I can help you in any, let me know. Feel free to use me as a resource for any information regarding digital and social media services. And as I said, you can modify your script according to your preference, what you want to say. So you can start connecting with your clients, because if you're just starting out, you should, with friends and family, and clients and customers are your biggest source of prospects. So try to connect with them so you can start to see their activity, their posts, what they are doing. So now that you have connected with them, you send them the message and follow up, thank you also. Now you need to observe and share your content. That's step is very important, because you want to make sure that you are not sending the sales messages at this point. And first you need to observe what your prospect is sharing. So you start to like and share their content, and then you start to share your content to show yourself as an authority in your industry. So it's your goal as a LinkedIn user to provide great content that resonate with your audience and helps to address their questions or business challenge or particular pain points. And let me show you how you like and share their content by going to my computer. All right. So let's say this is my contact. So all your connections activity is right here. Okay, so as you scroll down right below their featured, there is the activity. So you can see all their activity, what articles they have written, and what are their posts. So this is an opportunity for you to start looking at their work and start liking it and sharing it. So I can like it. And I can also share. When you share, it will be on your profile and everybody in your connections will see that. So it's a great opportunity to stay top of mind, not only this prospect, but also the people who are connected with Crystal. So basically you are going in front. So the idea is to stay top of mind of your prospect who might be your future, buy from you, your services. And for yourself, if you need to share content, so how do you do that? There are two ways. You can post, and you can also publish an article on your, so you go to the home page. So you can start a post here. You can also write an article, and you can upload the pictures, video. So sometimes people say that what they should post. So you need to do some brainstorming, like what questions people are asking about your product and services. Go to Google and get ideas. Look what your competition is doing. Look at their blogs. And once you put any keyword in Google, Google will give you a lot of ideas about what people are searching with. And sharing content and liking updates will go a long way to increasing your personal brand online. You will get noticed and you will be acknowledged as an expert in your field. All right. So after you have observed them and shared your content, then you can start to introduce your company to them. And I feel it should be done 4 to 8 weeks after you have connected with them. And then you can write an interest message for each service that you offer. So it should not be pushy. Just find out if they are interested in the service that you provide. Like here, I'm offering them a website audit. So you need to come up with some offer, like what you can offer, something of value to them, and start sending these interest messages. And once you do that, you will see that like they will thank you for, you know, sharing the information with you, and you start to have conversation with your prospects. So these messages are very important. So you need to figure out what you are going to offer them. It could be a demo of your product. It could be some blog you have written, which could be useful for them. So you can share that blog article with them, or any other, you know, you can figure out in your industry what kind of offer you can create for them. So you need to develop an action plan for yourself. You need to develop your strategy, build persona of your targeted audiences, and you need to enhance your profile, share content and observe, and get your messages ready for connecting. And you don't need to do something every single day, but it's important to build consistency in your process and ensure that you do something at frequency that meets your time allotment. By maintaining the consistent effort of engaging, sharing, and interacting, you will not only start to see your social selling index and connections go up, but more importantly, you will begin to realize the new business benefits of your networking efforts. And this is when you will start to realize an increase in the appointments, meetings, and eventually sales. I think that's all. I also do LinkedIn workshop sessions for individuals and company salespeople. If anybody is interested, get in touch with me. And I will open it up for questions. Summer, if people have written any questions, I'll be happy to answer those questions.
Yeah, there is quite a few in the chat. And then if anyone else wants to just jump in, if you guys have thought of anything else. In the very beginning, Mario asked, what criteria is used to create the score? Is there a way to minimize the marketing?
I'm on too, so I can.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Mario, if you want to go ahead and ask some of those questions that you had in the chat, that'd be great.
Okay, I know I had a lot. I'm really excited about LinkedIn. I think the potential, like using it as a sales tool, is really undervalued. That's my opinion. But and so I'm familiar with SSI, but as my group continues to grow, the one thing that I'm seeing is the number of marketing, the volume of marketing material that I've been getting, and that kind of concerns me because I don't think everybody wants to see every listing that for every house that becomes listed, every insurance agent that I've connected with. So is there a way to minimize a lot of that marketing material and maybe block it in a nice way so that they're not offended that you're blocking a lot of that material?
So I'm trying to understand, are you a realtor or you are the insurance company?
No, so
are you?
So I'm a lender and that's where one of my LinkedIn pages are. But I've also started a business because I've started a CRM marketing business because I think that's another piece that salespeople undervalue. And what I'm trying to do is to combine these two tools and just maximize them because I have a very, very, very large customer database, a personal one and a business one. And so I think that, I'm starting to experiment more with LinkedIn and I see the value of it. And I'm starting to get a lot of the warm introductions I think that you can get from this with some bigger customers. But like the introduction piece, I don't want to overwhelm them with marketing material. And these are some of the concerns that I have. And so what do you think? Is there a way to manage that?
So are you getting a lot of messages from the other people, or you are talking about your strategy that you should minimize the messages to them?
Well, I think you've helped already a lot with the process of reaching out and trying to make connections with some of these introductions, because to be frank, I wasn't doing a good job on, hey, my name's Mario, and just kind of doing an outline, putting more thought to it. I was pretty much sending out, when that note was available, I'd just say it, forget it. I'm not going to put anything in there. This person's going to contact me. I took it for granted. Some of them did, but a lot of them didn't. And so the other part of that question is that when I do make that request to meet that person, is there a way to follow up, and is there a way to go back and look? Because I sent out a lot of requests, but I'm not getting any feedback. And I know I see a lot of comments from the other people on the call. Their big concern is time, because I think that's like a very, very valuable resource. And is there any automation that we can build into this so that when we make that initial request, it follows up itself?
Mhm. So there were a lot of automated tools out there when these started, like, people started using, and LinkedIn doesn't like that. And if they find out, they can block your profile. So we are never recommending our clients to use the automated tools right now. I know it is a manual, process, but we have found one good tool, and you can look into that. It's called Octopus CRM, if you are aware of it. Octopus. I can put in the chat. It's called Octopus, and you are using the CRM. I'm not sure which one you are using. So in the Octopus, it connects even the free LinkedIn and with the paid tool. It works with both, and then it will help you to export and import the data. Like I was showing, free version, you cannot save your list or anything, but in the you can explore the Octopus, but that is the CRM kind of thing. But there used to be automated tools in which you could send 100 requests in one day, and which is not a good idea. And even if you are doing manually, do 10 to 15 every day. Otherwise, LinkedIn might consider it as a spam. And so if you're sending like 10 to 15 every day, I guess the acceptance rates should be 20% or so. People are seeing like 20 to 30%, because not everyone will like. And I feel that you should do a good job of creating your target persona, so that you are sending the message only to the people who are your target audience. Because sometimes we don't research well, and then we start sending to everyone. So then they are not going to accept, because they don't see any connection, like why I should connect with you, right? So make sure that.
Okay, thank you. And I don't want to take all the time, because I know other people have questions on maybe.
No, that's fine. We are just 5 people, right? So whoever has questions, please
okay,
let
then
me know.
you also talked about a nurturing process, and then the other thing is that when we put in our profile and we listed the different skills that we have, I saw you use stars. There's no need for hashtags. I guess LinkedIn already has intelligence built in I'd be able to identify us through whatever uses our skills in our profile, and it'll pull it up. Is that right or wrong?
So hashtags, we use it only in the post. Like when you are making your post, then it's a good idea to put the hashtag in your post here. But when you're in your profile, you are not going to put the hashtag. I had used those stars just to make it like, stand out so that it looks good, because there are a lot of, tools, I can share the Word document with a lot of things, right? Some people like check mark. They are just to make it, look good. Otherwise, it's not doing anything else except that capturing people's attention. It looks nice, right, on your profile. So I try to separate, but it's not doing any purpose of being found, like hashtags, right? So hashtags are good for your post. You need to add hashtags in your post. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to take all the time, so if anybody has questions, just jump in. Sorry, I could talk all day on this, because I think it has just such amazing value, and people are overlooking it. I mean, the lady that has the business, I'm sorry, I don't remember what your name is, where you're looking for, what is it? I didn't write it down. That does something with homes. I think I think the potential there for you to find business painting is huge.
Yeah.
And but can we use her as an example on how she might use that, and maybe do a search for customers?
Sorry, customers?
Yeah. So how she would do that? We would go to. So she wouldn't be able to do that on the basic one, right? She'd have to upgrade and get the.
Let's see, Shannon. Who do you think you are trying to target?
We work with homeowners associations, so I would be trying to target community managers that handle homeowners associations.
Let's start with the free one, homeowners association, and you're looking for homeowners. Actually, we need to do the search. So right now, because I didn't put the location, right? Let's say we just narrow it down. Right now, it's showing me 96,000 results, right? You can
Perfect.
see there, resident. So
She'll take
that's a
them.
lot.
I love it.
So you need, so we will do Phoenix.
Can we do, what area are you in?
We're in the Phoenix area,
Okay.
so we service the whole valley.
So now we are coming to the Phoenix. I mean, it will give you a lot of other tools. As you can see here, the market manager at Sun City Home.
Yeah.
So, so this is giving you the free. So I think if you have not explored LinkedIn, just start with the basic search. And I know Mario is more advanced, so he might be using Sales Navigator, right? So you don't go to Sales Navigator. If you can do something here and try to figure out 50 people, right? You can find, I think right now our search is bringing 582 results. So that's a great one. See, some of the searches are not perfect. As you can see, the first one is not homeowner association, but
Yeah.
it says past president. But at the same time, you need to keep in mind, this person could be useful for you because she was the past president at this Arcadia resident. So you need to, after the search comes, you just need to, I feel you can create an Excel sheet and then transfer this. There's no automated thing here but you have to do manually. But I think it's pretty useful, even if you get 100 out of them and start connecting with them and, asking them questions, or just I said interest messages, start to create that. But don't write the sales message right away. Give it a time of at least 2 months after you have connected with them, and in that 2 months you should be liking and sharing their content. You should be putting the content. So it is a lot of time commitment, but it's a great place to be. LinkedIn, if your target customers are here looking for you.
Yeah.
So I'm using for my business, and I do see the value to it.
Well, the other thing I think that's really key is that a lot of times when you're trying to target that business like this one, Canyon State Sales, you actually have contacts there, and you're not even looking for business in this area. So like selecting on one of those people, they could possibly already give you a warm introduction right to Stephanie.
Oh yes, yeah. If I click on it, if I see that there are mutual connections, I can definitely ask for the warm introduction from the other person. Right now it says one mutual group, right? But I'm not seeing any shared connection.
Yeah.
But Shannon, if you are, because this is third one, right? There are ways to look for second degree connection, because your idea is to find the second degree connection, and then you can see if any first degree connection. This is called third, right? Here is third degree connection. That means I don't have any mutual connections or anything, but you can also say, and let's say I want to search for, I would take the example of Thomas, who's the executive director here. Let's say you want to search for all the connections of Thomas, and you see that there are some targets which are part of the Thomas connection. You can ask him about the introduction, right? So let's say we'll put his name here, connections of Thomas, sorry. All right, Thomas Park. And you can say the second degree connections and apply. So as you can see, it's giving me all the companies he's connected to. And if you are interested in some of these people, you might ask for these 24 shared connections, right? So I can ask for recommendation from all these people, right?
Okay.
And you can say, and you need to just specify them the reason, like why do you think you wanted this introduction. Sometimes I see the value in connecting to people. You can do that too, because you're providing value. If I find somebody and I feel that it would be a good connection for Jean, I will say I feel that you do have little some connection, and you can leverage each other expertise, and I hope you find this connection useful. Doing several things, you are helping other people, connecting with other people. At the same time, it gives you an advantage to be in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was one thing. So it's not, but you can see that Sales Navigator does give you can save the searches and, create your list, and then can, effectively manage, as I said. So it does have a value, but don't overwhelm yourself by going to the paid tool. Just try to use these tools and start with 50 connections that you will connect with 50 people this week, right? And then go from there.
On
Once
that,
you have it. Mm-hmm.
on that page with Sales Navigator, and as you built these different groups, did you, and I don't remember, is there a way to take those, I don't know if they save in Excel databases or whatever, so that you can import them into your CRM?
Okay, Sales Navigator doesn't want to do that, because if everybody will do that, they will, in the 30 days, they will get all their Excel sheet ready, and they won't pay for, Sales Navigator. Right. So they are not giving. This is a drawback, but at the same time, there are some good things, right? So here is my lead list, and then here is my company's list, which I'm following. And it's a very good feature, because the home page of my Sales Navigator feed, it's just giving me the updates from the company I'm following. So I'm not wasting my time looking at everybody's feed, because my basic LinkedIn, I have more than 1,000 of connections. So here I'm focusing on only the companies I want to watch. And that way also your time is getting saved. So it does have a lot of advantages if you are really interested in using LinkedIn for long term to build your relationships, and you want to use for your business. It's a good investment. But as I was telling earlier, there is a CRM tool called Octopus. It's also a monthly payment for that, but I think you can download, it lets you export and import the list from here, LinkedIn.
Okay.
You might want to explore that.
So my other question is that because of the CRM tool, and I build a lot of my custom flyers when I get ready to send them out, but I don't, is there, it's kind of a tricky balance is what I'm trying to figure out, is because I was also elected for the Crisis Center ambassador. So I was trying to do fundraising, but a lot of times you'll see a lot of fundraising and a lot of different things. Is, how do you gauge, the material that you put out? Because I know you don't want to overwhelm people, because then you seem kind of spammy. I mean, is there, what's a balance? I mean, is there a number out there right now where?
So I feel that you should be posting on LinkedIn once a day, and maximum 3 to 5 per week, because you don't want to put too much stuff there, because it will get lost, right? There's so much information overload. So you don't want to do that. But have you tried using these featured options here, which you want to highlight your featured flyers or whatever you want? Are you using this feature?
I haven't tried using it, no. I thought when you did post that, because I do see some information in my featured section, but it's not because I manually did it. It's the system updated. I don't know if it grabs some stuff and just posts it there also.
I think it will be a good idea for you to use this feature, because whoever is visiting your profile, they can see all your things here. I mean, system is speaking because you have not put it, but I keep changing it according to what I want here, so that, that becomes more prominent in your thing. And if you are, I'm not sure, in the basic, you can see how many people have viewed your profile and how many post view you have got. So Mario, do you have a paid tool, Sales Navigator?
I don't have Sales Navigator, no. I was kind of gauging if I wanted to get it or not. That's one of the other reasons that I joined in on the class. How much is it anyway? Do you know? Just on
so Sales Navigator Professional one is $80 per month. You can do monthly or you can annually. If you pay annual fee, it's a little bit discounted. But first I will recommend that take for 30 days and pick the 30 days when you can actually spend time on it, because in 30 days you can explore a lot, and make sure that you cancel it after 30 days. Otherwise it's automatic renewal. But I always suggest to 30-day free trial, and you can see, and how it is working for you. And one thing, so you can see in that if you have a Sales Navigator, you can see how many people have viewed your profile. And out of these people, it's possible that some people are just looking at my profile and they're not connecting. So that's a good time to engage in the conversation. They might have some interest in my service, but they decided not to connect, but that's okay. But that gives you an ability to see who's looking at your profile and stuff. And if you post something, then you can see how many views your thing got. I think that you can see in the free one too.
Did you explain the process of looking up who we requested? I don't know what the term was.
So it was who has viewed your profile, and
Right.
it was right here.
Or no, who we sent a request to connect with. Is there a way to follow up other than you keeping it manually? Is there a way to go back in and maybe pull up?
So as I can say, there is a My Network, right? I'm hoping that you know that, but when you click on My Network, it will show you all your connections and all your and all the recent ones also. I don't know why it's slow because we have so many windows open. Let me close some of them. It's not picking up.
So to show the people that we're connected with, but because like my concern is to make sure that I'm following up the ones that I had interest in, because I know I've been doing it for like, I don't know how many months or getting probably closer to a year, but all those people, because so much research goes into it, and if you don't keep good notes of it, then you lose it. And I want to be able to go back and see, this is who I sent it.
You have to follow the steps which I discussed, right? After you did the target thing, because before we were connecting with everyone, right? Whoever sent you, you just accept it, right? That's what we all were doing.
Right,
but once you start looking at all these new features LinkedIn has, you try to become a little bit more strategic so that you are connecting, only building network with, you want quality network, right? You just don't want network and looking at people's profile just for the sake of it. So if you see that manage my network, you can see all your connections and contacts. Sometimes LinkedIn gives you the ability to upload your contacts from your email list here too. So even though I have like connections here, but the number of contacts is, so maybe not all of them I'm trying to connect with my email list. Yeah, so you can see who are the recently added ones. Right here, you can search by name and search with filters. I don't know what those filters, I didn't see before. Yeah, so it takes you to the Sales Navigator because you can do more stuff there. Does that answer your question, Mario, to see who is connected with you?
No, because I understood that process, but I'm looking for recently requested. Because I'm not getting
like people who have requested you to connect with you?
No, people that I have requested to connect with that didn't respond.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, you cannot see that. That's possible only in the Sales Navigator automated, tools and CRM. You can use something like that.
Okay, so there is a feature in Sales Navigator that where I could pull that up. Can you? Because I'll do it just for that. I mean, because it's worth it.
Otherwise, you have to do manually because there were automated tools I don't want to suggest because I have seen that some people got blocked due to that. So I don't want to mention that. But there were like tools where you get you the ability right within Sales Navigator. But Sales Navigator by itself is not doing that thing for you. So I think it's a lot of manual things you have to do, or try looking into Octopus. That might help you. It's also 1 week free and then $14.99 per month, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's limited, but the only thing you can do is in the link that when you are saving your searches, first you are searching for people you want to connect with, then you save your search, and that way your saved searches are here and you can see who is connected. Like business coaches. So right here, you can see that I have sent the request to them, but it's pending. So yeah, so I think when you save your searches and you send it to them, it will show you like who has accepted and who has not accepted by if you click on this. They're all pending right now. You see that?
Yeah, no, I do see that. So that's good because a lot of times I'll just make a request and I won't make it create a group like you did, and then that way you can't track it. But if I create a group and then request whatever the group is, then it'll work. Okay.
Yeah, so that will make it easy if you save searches. And also one thing I want to mention, Sales Navigator show you who has posted, like these are 78 results for, I was looking for business coaches, and 22 people are active. So your goal should be to focus on these people first because they are active on LinkedIn. The people who are not active on LinkedIn, they won't respond to yours. So it's very important that I will go for these 22 first before I go for all 78 results. So you can click on this and see that what these people are and then message them first. Focus your effort on these people. All right. Any other questions? Because we are top of the hour, I think.
So Madhu, did you say that, like, because you were like doing the little stars to be cute? Like,
Yes.
I like that. Did you say it was, you had like a Google document or a Word doc that like showed
Yes.
how to do that?
Yeah, so send me an email. Yeah, it's
Perfect.
like my email, and I can send you. And if you search in like what is the search name? But when I do the workshops, I do give people, but I'll be happy to share with you.
I'm like, it was just so cute. And I just loved that for just being a little bit different.
Yeah, it looks different. And whoever my clients, when they took this workshop, they all their clients, I mean, their profile look like that. So, you know, it looks cute.
I love it. I love it. Well, this was so
Yeah,
much good information. Thank you for
you're welcome.
sharing. I took notes and now I hope that I could remember all the things that I took notes on and what I meant when I put
Yes.
it down.
Mhm. Definitely. I'm glad that you find it of value because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, but the time is limited, but you can always get in touch with me. And this was like the focus was on doing the basic, right? You know, one not going too advanced. I was told that it's a basic. People like, you know, at least get basic in few like 30 to 40 minutes so that you can at least start the process.
Yes.